Okay, so today I wanted to make a quick video about VidVoicer. Now, yesterday I told you a little bit about how I've never been a big fan of text-to-speech. I always thought it sounded too fake and, just not very useful. Well, VidVoicer is a new program that uses a lot of the newer technology, and I've got to say, I am really pretty much blown away with the sound that you can get with voices now. Now, will it replace a voiceover for your most critical things? I mean, that's up to you on that, but for most of your smaller videos that you want to do, this is going to really replace that and save you a ton of money off of things like paying somebody $500 to do a voiceover for a video that, is just being put up on YouTube for whatever reason. This is going to be a really, really big lifesaver, and it does a fantastic job. And I want to say right off the bat that this is not just a voice text-to-speech system. This is actually a full video production system in that you can create the Frank Kern style text on a screen videos for video sales letters. You can create videos with pictures and images and all sorts of things. And of course, you can do the voiceovers. Now, the way I typically would use something like this is probably mostly for the voice, but if you need to create a video sales letter, this is going to be a great way to be able to do the voice and the video sales letter all in one. Boom, get it out the door fast and easy. If you need to make a quick video for, let's say you're selling some sort of a product, an affiliate product, and you need to make a quick video, this is going to pull in images, make the video for you, and boom, it's going to get out the door with a nice voiceover. For me, what I typically would probably be using this for is to do the voiceover, bring it out, put it into my video editing system to do a more higher end video. But for most people, you don't do that kind of stuff. And so this is going to be more than enough. But for me, just the voice system in here is more than enough to make this well worthwhile what they're charging for it. And I want to show you that right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit New Vox. And by the way, Vox just means voiceover. That's what they use for that. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a short script that we can put into here. So just give me 1 second while we pull that up. Okay, so I pulled a script, or at least part of a script, from a video that we just did the other day for one of our clients. I'm going to paste it in here. It has to do with sciatica and peripheral neuropathy. And so just going to paste this script in here. And now over here, you can choose from all the different voices. You got males and females. And by the way, you can choose different types of languages. You can use English, but in various accents. You can do other countries and other languages. We're going to stick with American English here. And if you want to test any of these, you can just click this little button next to it and we'll take a listen.
With cloud machine learning, your application interprets images, texts, and more.
Hi, I can read any text you type here.
With cloud machine learning, your application interprets images, texts, and more.
With cloud machine learning, your application interprets images, texts, and more.
Hi, I can read any text you type here.
With cloud machine learning, your application interprets images, texts, and more.
Okay, so as you can see, they sound a lot better than in the old days, and definitely more than passable if you're going to be creating some sort of a short video. And I'm going to use this one here, the male Guy. So his name is Guy. And now we've got our text in here. Now, the cool thing is, and I've already played around with this a little bit, you would think that a word like sciatica would throw these types of things off, but it doesn't. It understands that. Give it a title first. So I'm going to call this sciatica 1. And, oh, by the way, we can change the speed of these too. So what I'm going to do is the output volume, we're going to leave that at default for now because we're just going to use it as is. And then the speaking rate, I'm going to go with a medium just to speed it up a little bit. And then we're going to hit Generate Vox. You can see it's going to take just a couple of moments, and we're going to have our new item in here. So we can see I used male Guy for a couple of these here. And if we go over here and we hit play.
Sciatica and peripheral neuropathy can affect the legs and feet. They both can cause pain, numbness, and tingling. And they can both impact your strength and balance, making falls more likely. So, how do you know which of these two you may have? And why is it important to know the difference between sciatica and peripheral neuropathy? Well, it's important because the treatment for each of these conditions are not interchangeable, so if you're not receiving the proper treatment, you won't get results.
Okay, so I got to admit, that is pretty darn good. That is exciting. That is so good. I've seen voiceovers you can buy on Fiverr where they're not nearly as good as this electronic voice. So that to me is amazing and definitely very, very usable. Now the cool thing is inside of here, I can go and I can download this. So if I want to download it, just pull that here, and now I can bring that into Final Cut Pro or into ScreenFlow or whatever I want to use, edit that together, or I can come in here and I can use this type of voiceover inside of a video that we create with VidVoicer. And we can also add music and we can do all sorts of things. So with that there, I'm gonna pop on over to Final Cut for just a moment and kind of show you how we can use that. Okay, so here I am inside of Final Cut Pro, and I've got the voiceover that we just did right here. I'm just going to take that and I'm going to drop that into my timeline. And in this case here, because it's the only thing in there, I'm just going to choose 1080p, and we'll do 30 frames per second. We'll leave it at Apple ProRes 422. Okay, and so now we've got our voiceover inside of Final Cut Pro.
Sciatica and peripheral neuropathy can affect the legs and feet. They both can cause pain, numbness, and tingling.
Now the good thing about this is because I have this inside of Final Cut Pro, I can mess around with this. So right now, let's see how long this thing is. This thing is 30 seconds and 14 frames, which is pretty good. But let's say we absolutely had to have this at 30 seconds. Well, the good thing is when you bring it into something like Final Cut Pro, you can actually come in and you can make edits to this. So we can just come back here and bring it down until we reach that 30-second mark right there. Boom. So now we've got exactly 30 seconds. But let's say rather than 30 seconds, we want to kind of tighten this up a little bit. We got some spaces in here. Well, this gives you the opportunity to be able to tighten this up if you really want to, just by closing some of these gaps here, because they put a nice little space in there, and in many cases you want that. But let's just say that we don't. Because we're bringing it into the full video editor, we can kind of mess around with this and shorten up some of those gaps just to clean it up a little bit. And now we may have it where it's too close together. We'll find out when we listen to it. But this just gives you a lot of flexibility to do some cool things with this. Okay, so now we can listen to that again.
Sciatica and peripheral neuropathy can affect the legs and feet. They both can cause pain, numbness, and tingling. And they can both impact your strength and balance, making falls more likely. So, how do you know which of these two you may have? And why is it important to know the difference between sciatica and peripheral neuropathy?
Okay, that's pretty good, but even here, I might even tighten this up a little bit more, get rid of almost all of that gap that's in there, because I think that would sound a little bit better even.
You may have, and why is it important?
See, I kind of like that. So this gives you the opportunity to really play around with it. But if you don't want to get into a video editor, it's a little bit more than what you want to be able to do, then you can stick with the actual program here, and now you can come in and you can create whatever it is that you want to put together by coming into the videos area. So you come into here, hit create video, and this is where you get the opportunity to make whatever it is you want. Now, I'm not going to go too far into all this because to me, the voiceover was the big thing that I really wanted to bring to you guys. So be sure to watch their videos to really learn more and more and more about the video portion of this, because I've mostly messed around with the audio at this point in time. I've messed around with the videos a little bit, but you can come in here and you can create a video. So like we could say video 1, and this is where you can choose the size. We're going to choose 1080p. You can choose the background volume for your music. I like to go with about a 0.5, and then with this one here, 30 I think works pretty good. This is kind of a very ethereal sounding music. Yeah, that's the one. Okay, and so now we can still come in here and we can paste our text that we had in there before. So now we're going to have that music in the background of the voiceover here. And again, just like before, we can come in and we can choose the same one if we want, or we could choose a different one. Maybe I'd choose Jacob this time. Okay, now you can choose your font, because this is going to be a whiteboard video, by the way. So you can come in and you can choose your font, like Arial if you want it to be nice and clean. You can choose your size if you want it to be, let's say 48. You can choose your font color, your background color. And then you can go in and do all of your other tweaks to this, and it's going to make one of those nice whiteboard slide videos very quickly and easily. And of course, they've also got built into here other things that you can do, like if you want to do a slideshow video, you could come in here and say, I don't know, let's search up, see what we get for the word doctor. Okay, get 5 images. We can search, and there we go. So, oh yeah, we want to use this one, and we want to use this one, and we want to use this one, and this one, and this one. And so now we've got our 5 doctors here. So we can add those images to the video, and boom, now we've got a nice slideshow video showing doctors along with our voiceover and whatnot. So if you need to make a video really quick and easy, this is a great way to do that. You can also upload items here, okay? So you can upload the images for your slideshows right from here. You can also merge things together. So if you've got multiple voiceovers and things you want to put together, boom, you can do that. Like you can see here, these are our 2 texts for the last 2 that we did, and we can actually add those into the program so that it would do it. So let's say you did a voiceover recording, text to speech of a paragraph of text, and you made that, and then you said, oh, you know what, we need to have this second paragraph. You record that one. Well, now in here, this is where you can merge those 2 together, so you don't have to reprocess them. You just put them together into one just by hitting the plus buttons here, and it's going to go from one to the next one. So it's a very easy way to put together a video quickly and have a nice quality video with a great voiceover. Definitely a lot better than the old days when we had some of those terrible video creation tools that just kind of played really bad music and had terrible slideshows. This here, you're going to be able to put some things together and really have a nice voiceover that goes with it, because that's a very important part of this. And like I said, if you want to use it inside your traditional video editor, you just download it and use it there. That's typically how I would use it. But you can use it either way and have a great video in just a few moments. But as far as the voiceovers go, that was the thing that really excited me about this, because it is such an improvement and something that even I would actually use, which in the past, I know a lot of people liked the text-to-speech and were like, it's good enough. Well, this is beyond good enough. This is really good. This is good enough for me, which is a hard thing to say because I was not a big fan of that in the past. Now, just so you know, in here as well, you've also got some writing tools. So if you need to write out scripts, it has the script writing abilities in here to be able to help you to do that. It's got articles that you can pull from. It's actually got email templates in here as well for different things. You've also got your videos, like we said, the speech converter there. You've got HD videos that you can pull from. So all these different types of videos that will help you out. If you've got the reseller edition, you can click on that there. And then there are some bonuses in here as well. So you can pull the bonuses that they've put together. So classical stock audio tracks, lead gen and webinar box designs, modern podcasts. So they got a bunch of these bonuses in here. And of course, don't forget, we've got a ton of bonuses, including a ton of videos, backgrounds, music, sound effects, so that you can really make your videos shine. But altogether, this, for the price that they're charging, is an absolute steal. Think about this. If you need to make a quick video, even if you went to Fiverr to have somebody record a 1-minute video, you're going to be paying not $5 like in the old days. You're going to be paying for that one voiceover. You're going to be paying $40, $50, maybe even more. Maybe you get lucky, find somebody that'll do it for $30. But once you do it, that's going to be it. You need to make any changes, they're going to be charging you more money. You need to do a second video, they're going to be charging you again and again and again and again. With this here, you'll be able to make your own voiceovers. And like I said, they're better than some of the people that are on Fiverr. So you're going to get a really good deal by picking this up, using this to create some of your voiceovers. I can't recommend something like this enough. I mean, it's a very, very useful tool. I hope that you check it out. If you got questions, let me know, and I hope to talk to you soon.